Imagine a bird as bright as the sun. It has feathers of red, purple, and gold. This is the phoenix, a magical bird from old stories. It is a creature of wonder and power. The ancient Greeks and Egyptians told tales about this magnificent bird. They said it was one of a kind. There was only ever one phoenix in the world at a time. It lived for a very, very long time. Some stories say it lived for 500 years. Other stories say it lived for more than 1,000 years. This long life made the phoenix very special. It was a bird that saw empires rise and fall. The phoenix was not like other birds. It did not eat seeds or worms. Instead, it ate sweet-smelling spices. It drank only the morning dew. Its song was so beautiful that even the sun god, Apollo, would stop his chariot to listen. The bird was a friend to the sun. It lived in a faraway land, somewhere in the east, perhaps in Arabia or India. It lived a peaceful life, alone in its sunny home. The phoenix was a gentle creature. It harmed no one and nothing. Its existence was a quiet and beautiful song that lasted for centuries, a lonely but splendid life dedicated to the sun and the sky. This incredible bird was known for its stunning appearance. Its feathers shimmered with the colors of a sunrise. The Greek writer Herodotus described it as having plumage of crimson and gold, colors that mirrored the rising and setting sun. Its size was often compared to that of an eagle, making it a large and imposing figure in the sky. When it flew, it looked like a streak of fire moving across the horizon. Its eyes were said to be as blue and clear as sapphires. This vibrant and majestic look was a key part of its legend. People who saw it were said to be blessed with good fortune. It was a sight that no one could ever forget. The home of the phoenix was as magical as the bird itself. It lived near a cool well in a sunny paradise. Every morning at dawn, it would bathe in the cool water. Then it would sing a song so enchanting that all creatures would stop to listen. The sound was said to bring joy and peace to all who heard it. This daily ritual was part of the bird's connection to life and renewal. It was a celebration of a new day. The phoenix was a creature of light and life, a living piece of the sun's magic on earth. Its solitary life was filled with these simple, beautiful moments, repeated day after day for hundreds of years. The most amazing part of the phoenix's story is how it never truly died. When the bird grew very old, it knew its time was coming to an end. It did not feel sad or afraid. It knew this was part of its journey. The old phoenix would fly from its home in the east. It would travel to a place in Phoenicia. There, it would search for a tall palm tree. The bird would build a special nest at the very top of this tree. This nest was not made of twigs and leaves like the nests of other birds. The phoenix was preparing for a magical transformation, a powerful end that was also a new beginning. The nest was a work of art. The phoenix gathered the best spices and herbs it could find. It used cinnamon, myrrh, and spikenard. These were rare and fragrant materials. The bird wove them together to create a cozy, sweet-smelling bed. Once the nest was complete, the old phoenix would settle into it. It would sing one last beautiful song. The song was a farewell to its long life. As it sang, the heat from its own body and the power of the sun would set the spicy nest on fire. The flames would rise high, consuming the nest and the beautiful old bird in a blaze of fragrant fire. From the ashes left behind, a new life would begin. A tiny worm would appear in the pile of ash. Over 3 days, this small worm would grow and change. It would slowly form into a new phoenix. This young bird was a perfect copy of the one that had perished in the fire. It was young, strong, and ready to live its own long life. This incredible cycle of death and rebirth is what makes the phoenix so famous. It is a story of life coming from what seems to be the end. The fire was not an end, but a purification, a way to start fresh. The new young phoenix had an important job to do. Its first task was to honor its parent. It would carefully gather all the ashes from the fire. It would shape the ashes into an egg, using myrrh to hold them together. Then, the young phoenix would carry this precious egg of ashes. It would fly all the way to a special city in Egypt called Heliopolis, which means City of the Sun. There, it would place the egg on the altar of the sun god. This act was a sign of respect. It completed the cycle. After its duty was done, the young phoenix would fly back to its home in the east to live its life until its own time came to build a nest of fire. The story of the phoenix is more than just a tale about a magical bird. It is a powerful symbol. A symbol is something that stands for a big idea. The phoenix stands for the idea of immortality. Immortality means living forever. Because the phoenix is born again from its own ashes, it never truly disappears. It represents a life that goes on and on, even after death. This idea was very important to ancient people. They saw the phoenix as a promise that life could continue. It showed them that even in an end, there could be a new start. The bird's endless cycle was a beautiful picture of eternal life. The phoenix is also a symbol of renewal and hope. Renewal means making something new again. Think about how the old bird is consumed by fire, but a new young bird rises from the ashes. This shows us that we can overcome difficult times. Even when things seem to be at their worst, like a fire that burns everything down, there is a chance for a fresh start. This message gives people hope. It tells them that they can be reborn from their own struggles. They can become stronger and better, just like the young phoenix. The story encourages us to believe in second chances and the possibility of a brighter future. This powerful symbolism has made the phoenix a popular image throughout history. Early Christians saw the phoenix as a symbol for the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who rose from the dead after 3 days. In Rome, the bird was put on coins to represent the eternal nature of the Roman Empire. They hoped their empire would last forever, always renewing itself just like the phoenix. Even today, the bird is used to represent cities that have been rebuilt after being destroyed. It is a reminder that destruction is not always the final word. From the ruins, something new and beautiful can emerge and thrive. The idea of renewal is something everyone can understand. We all face challenges in our lives. We have moments that feel like an ending. The story of the phoenix teaches us that these endings can also be beginnings. It's a message of resilience, the ability to bounce back from hardship. The bird's fire is not just destruction, it is a cleansing fire that makes way for new growth. This is why the story continues to inspire so many people. It is a beautiful reminder that even after the darkest moments, a new dawn can break, bringing with it a chance to begin again, filled with new strength and life. The story of the phoenix was told in both ancient Greece and ancient Egypt, but the details were a little different in each place. The Greeks, like the writer Herodotus, told the story that is most famous today. They focused on the dramatic cycle of the bird's life. In their version, the phoenix lives for 500 or 1,000 years. Then it builds its own funeral pyre, a nest of spices, and is consumed by fire. From these ashes, the new phoenix is born. The Greek story is full of drama and magic. It emphasizes the bird's unique and solitary existence and its incredible power of rebirth. This is the version that focuses heavily on the fire and ash. The Egyptian version of the bird, called the Bennu, is a bit different. The Bennu was connected to the sun god, Ra, and the creation of the world. The Egyptians believed the Bennu bird was present at the beginning of time. It was said to have appeared on a rock that rose from the waters of chaos. Its cry was the first sound in the new world, setting time in motion. The Bennu was a symbol of creation and the rising sun. It was often shown as a gray heron, a bird that lived near the Nile River. This connection to the river and the daily sunrise was very important to Egyptian life and beliefs. While the Greek phoenix died in a spectacular fire, the Egyptian Bennu's cycle was more connected to the sun and water. The Bennu was associated with the flooding of the Nile River, which brought new, fertile soil to the land each year. This annual event was a form of renewal for the Egyptians. So, the Bennu represented the renewal of life that came with the sun each day and with the river each year. It was less about a single bird dying and being reborn, and more about the constant, reliable cycles of nature that sustained the Egyptian world. The Bennu was a symbol of the ongoing creation of the world, renewed every single morning. Even with these differences, the core idea is the same in both cultures. Both the Greek phoenix and the Egyptian Bennu are powerful symbols of life, death, and rebirth. They represent the idea that life continues in a cycle. For the Greeks, it was a dramatic, fiery rebirth of a single bird. For the Egyptians, it was the daily rebirth of the sun and the annual renewal of the land. Both stories show a deep human desire to believe in eternity and hope. The legend of this magnificent bird, whether called phoenix or Bennu, shows us that ancient people everywhere looked for signs that life would always find a way to begin anew.